Hello guys, good morning all of you and welcome all on your PD education platform and welcome all in third lecture of index properties of soil. As you know very well, we are dealing with the soil mechanics and foundation engineering. So if we talk about the classes, so Monday to Friday we have class at 8 am, okay, on the weekdays, and if we talk about the weekend, Saturday we have the class at 4 pm and Sunday we have the class at 9:30 am, and the duration of each class will be 1 hour. ठीक है, हमारा जो क्लास का ड्यूरेशन है वो 1 घंटा ही है. वी विल इंक्रीज द ड्यूरेशन इफ वी गेट द गुड रिस्पॉन्स फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स. डेफिनेटली वी विल इंक्रीज द ड्यूरेशन. इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द टॉपिक, what topic is right now we are taking care, and topic is index properties of soil, and today we have third lecture of index properties of soil. Fine. Okay, this is about myself. So I am Vikram Singh, graduated from HPU. I have more than 6 year teaching experience, and till now I mentored more than 9,000 students for GATE, ESC, any PSU or any kind of, they are preparing for the government organizations like SDO, yeah, state public service commission, like that one. I have cracked the GATE assistant engineer and junior engineer along with SSCJ. Okay, this is all about myself guys. So if you have any doubt, so you can contact with me. I will share the number in this video, or I will provide you the website link where you can put your comment and you can ask your doubt, right? Okay, so what you will get in non-tech part? This is a non-technical section. So non-tech you will get the quantitative aptitude, and after that reasoning will be there, general English will be there, general awareness, general science. Along with it we are providing the basic information of computer. Honestly speaking guys, अभी रिसेंटली जो हिमाचल प्रदेश पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन में जो असिस्टेंट इंजीनियर का अभी एग्जाम हुआ था, उसमें एक्सेल के रिस्पेक्ट में क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया गया था. ठीक है, सो पे अटेंशन, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग द बेसिक नॉलेज रिगार्डिंग द कंप्यूटर. फाइन. So if we talk about the class, so Monday to Friday non-tech class is at 11 am. ठीक है, हमारा जो non-tech class है वो 11 बजे रहता है, and I think Pradeep sir is taking the non-tech classes. So you can just check the website and check when the class is going on. Okay, if we talk about the faculty, so we have the experienced best faculty, that is Dr. Vijender sir, Vishal sir, Tyagi sir and Pradeep sir, Ruchin sir and me. So basically Ruchin sir and me taking care of the civil department. So Vijender sir and Vishal sir are helping us like in strength of material, fluid mechanics, CPM. There are some common subjects in mechanical as well as civil. ठीक है, and Pradeep sir is taking care of the non-tech part. Tyagi sir will help us in the mathematics portion. So we have a unit. Okay guys, if you have any doubt regarding the mentor, or you want to ask particular mentor detail, or you want to know what's the mentor having the experience earlier, where they were working as, I'm said in my profile that I have worked in MNC company, so what type of company is it, what was the designation in that company, all the things you get details if you go to the website, or you can call the number. So I will share the things with you, just wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. So if we talk about our courses, so this is a dedicated course for the SSC JEE, State Junior Engineer and State Assistant Engineer. This is the dedicated course guys. Okay, along with it we have the GATE course for 2022 and 2023. So we are not talking about this one right now. I am just talking about our this dedicated module, right? So cost, we reduce the cost of this module. So we reduce it up to 9,500 only. This is a 1 year selection module, and let me tell you, हमारा ये मतलब नहीं है कि आपको खाली 1 साल तक हम यहाँ पे आपको चीज़ें करवाएंगे. ठीक है, अगर मान लो समवट हाउ आपका सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ, उसके बाद आपको कोई कंटेंट नहीं मिल रहा है, कोई आपको स्टडी के रिगार्डिंग में मटेरियल नहीं मिल रहा है, तो ये मैं आपसे एक कमिटमेंट कर रहा हूँ, ये मेरा दावा है कि टिल सिलेक्शन वी आर विद यू. इफ़ यू फाइंड एनी डिफ़िकल्टी इन any subject or regarding in any area, so we will help you. ठीक है, so our prime focus or final thing is what? Selection. We want selection. Selection होगा तभी हमारे लिए वो बेहतर रहेगा, right? If you do calculation guys, so you will find the cost of this module per month is less than 800. Fine, that is not big cost, I think so, but थिंग इज़ दैट जो जो चीज़ें हम आपको बढ़ाएंगे, आपको साथ साथ वो चीज़ों को स्टडी करना है और हमारे साथ कदम से कदम मिला के चलना है. फाइन. Okay, so here's the some selected students in reputed organizations like ISRO, Coal India Limited, SAIL, NPCIL. Again saying this is a few list, we have a huge list of students. Guys, even you can check whether this list is true or maybe it false, as generally the people do, but you can check all the detail on the website. Seriously, you can check all the details on the website. You will get the contact number of the each and every students. You can directly talk to them and ask whether they are got selected in the respective organizations or not. Fine. So what we are offering in this module, so let me explain it a little bit. So we are providing you technical classes. Okay, so all technical subjects we will cover. Suppose if you are preparing for Jammu and Kashmir exam like junior engineer, you are preparing for the Uttarakhand Public Service Commission, you are preparing for the Chhattisgarh junior engineer exam, and you are preparing for the SSCJ, we will cover whole syllabus guys. We will cover whole syllabus. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप मान लो JNK के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तैयारी कर रहे हो लेकिन आपको कम पढ़ाया जा रहा है. नो, वी विल कवर ऑल द थिंग्स एंड हम एग्जाम को देखते हुए, उसका सिलेबस देखते हुए अपना कंटेंट रेडी किए हैं. Fine. So you will get the non-tech classes also, technical and non-tech, both you will get. Along with it you will get the interview guidance here. Why this interview preparation or guidance given in this module? Because suppose if you crack your assistant engineer or AN examination written, you have qualified, after that you have to sit in the PI personal interview and you have a huge knowledge in your brain, and suppose you are not able to express your knowledge, then definitely selection will not be there. And what will be the impression of you on the interviewer? Think it. So here in interview preparation module, this is included in this module, interview preparation guidance. We will just tell you what type of question generally asked in the interviews and how to explore yourself. You have a huge knowledge, so how to explore that knowledge and all the things regarding the interview. So this is included in this module, interview preparation. Okay, and along with it you will get the recorded lectures in video form up to 300 hours. Okay, sir, as we are getting the live lecture, so why the recorded lectures are there? As students many a time ask for the recorded lectures. Sir, we want the recorded lectures. Suppose somewhat how we are not able to attend the live lectures at that moment, so we need the lectures in the recorded form. That's why we are providing the recorded lecture. Okay, all the lectures will be in the recorded form. So along with it we have the online test series. I already told to you guys, आप जितना मर्जी पढ़ लो, जब तक तुम क्वेश्चन नहीं लगाओगे you can't analyze yourself आपका जो preparation है वो किस level का है, right? So this online test series is kind of self analyzing tool. ठीक है, up to what depth you can retain the data in your brain and what type of question generally asked. Suppose if you complete your grain size analysis chapter and just you read it by overlooked the section, overlooked your chapter, and when you see the question, when you read the question, okay, the question will be like that one. So questions are very most important. So along with this online test series we are providing you practice question ebook. We are providing you practice questions ebook. Along with this online test series we are providing you practice question ebooks and of course some study material in the form of e-material. Okay, so these things are included in our module. And the cost of this module, if we talk about the cost, then cost I already told to you, let me write here, it is 9500 only for a year. Okay. Okay, so if you have any doubt guys, so you can just visit our website www.yourpda.in. You can visit on website, put your comment in the comment section and definitely we will reply your doubt or comment. Okay, even you can directly call on this number and interact with me or any mentors from which you want to know any kind of doubt or you want any guidance. Okay. So these things are included in our module. So let's proceed further. So let's start and again welcoming all in third lecture of index properties of soil. This is lecture number 3. So guys, don't miss any lecture. Continuity break करोगे so it will not good for you guys. चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो हमने बात किया था सेडिमेंटेशन एनालिसिस का. वी टॉक अबाउट सेडिमेंटेशन एनालिसिस. So let's recapitulate the things before proceeding further. Sedimentation analysis is basically for the fraction finer than the 75 micron. Okay, when the soil particles size is less than 75 micron, then we have to proceed with the sedimentation analysis. Particle size is less than 75 micron. Fine. And I already told to you this micron meter exact formation is like this one. So micron को हटाने के लिए we have to put here 10 to the power minus 6, and in 1 meter we have 10 to the power 3 mm. So it is like this one, 10 raised power minus 3 mm. 1 micron is nothing but 1 by 1000 mm. Fine. So you can convert it. If we wrote here 75 micron, so you can just write it like this one, 75 into 10 to the power 3 mm, so it will be 0.075 mm. If the particle size is less than this size, then we are going with the sedimentation analysis. Fine. And ये भी मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ, if particle size, if this is an important one and already asked in the exam, if particle size is less than 0.2 micron, so we can't analyze that particle with the help of sedimentation analysis. Okay, if someone asks you what is the purpose of doing this sedimentation analysis, the obvious answer is your grain size analysis. You want to know what is the size of the particles, what type of particles, silt and clay. ठीक है. So generally for the calculation of this particle size, we are performing the sedimentation analysis, but if the particle size is less than 0.2 micron, in that case even you can't analyze the particle with help of sedimentation analysis. In that case we have to go with the X-ray diffraction technique and electron microscope. Just remember the name guys, X-ray diffraction technique. X-ray diffraction technique. X-ray diffraction technique and electron microscope. And electron microscope. And electron microscope. Fine. Okay, and one more point which we already discussed in the previous lecture. This sedimentation analysis is based on Stokes law. Again, important point, already asked in the examination, so having more chances further to be put in your recent upcoming exams. This sedimentation analysis is based on Stokes law. Stokes law. What Stokes law is basically telling here, with the help of this law we are getting the terminal velocity. What we are getting? We are getting the terminal velocity or settling velocity. Suppose if we consider a spherical particle, we are considering this spherical particle perfectly round, and we have a tank of infinite depth, although practically impossible a tank having infinite depth, but just as per the Stokes law, this is your infinite extent of the medium, that is depth is infinite, and this sphere, that is this is soil, solid, that is particle of the soil, it is settling. So what will happen? What will happen initially? It will settle more. That is settling velocity is higher due to the gravity. ये जो हमारा spherical particle है, ये शुरुआत में बहुत तेजी से settle करेगा due to gravity. Initially this particle will settle at more rate, faster rate due to gravity, but what happen? The drag force will come into picture. Drag force will come into picture. In detail you will study all the things in your environmental engineering, so I am not going in depth here. So I will just write the settling formula, guys. So what is the reason that initially this sphere having the higher velocity, after that he is getting a constant velocity. That constant velocity of settling is nothing but your terminal velocity. So initially this spherical particle having velocity, say an example, let it be v1. So what is happening here, this v1 is quite high value, that is initial velocity is high due to the gravity, but with passage of time what is happening, this drag force is coming into picture. So it is applying a opposing force on this particle, and what will happen, we will reach a stage when the particle will settle with a constant velocity, that is nothing but your terminal or settling velocity. Fine, is it okay? So guys, things you can just analyze yourself. Practically it is impossible if we talk about the fine grained soil. ऐसी मिट्टी जो 75 माइक्रोन की सीप से पास हो रही है, of course silt and clay है, ठीक है. The soil which is passing through 75 micron sieve is what? Silt and clay. And it is impossible that the fine grained soil having the shape as a sphere. Generally, if we talk about the clay particle, we have shape like flaky in nature or needle shape, and these clay particles having the charges on their surface. Okay, डिटेल में हम स्टडी करेंगे जब हम क्ले मिनरलॉजी पढ़ेंगे. फाइन, ओके. So now you can just go with the limitations of Stokes law also. Particle is spherical, which is impossible, although the particle shape is flaky in nature or needle shape. Second thing, this is your infinite extent, that is the medium is finite. Practically we have a jar in which we do the sedimentation analysis having the depth. And one more thing, here we have these are another soil particles, and what Stokes law is saying here, when this particle settle, it will not disturb its adjoining particle. मतलब settlement of one particle will not disturb the adjoining particle, which is practically impossible, Fine. So okay, so let's write here settling velocity formula. What is the terminal velocity or settling velocity, whatever you want to call it. So according to Stokes law, settling velocity or terminal velocity, according to Stokes law, terminal velocity is given by according to Stokes law, terminal velocity is given by according to Stokes law, terminal velocity is given by, or even you can write it settling velocity, whatever you want to call it, or let me write it, or settling velocity. Okay? So I am writing here because don't get confused if you are following a book. In book it is written as settling velocity and you are comparing, okay, sir told us the terminal velocity but it is the settling velocity. So guys, both are same. Fine. So here is the formula for the settling velocity. This Vs for the settling velocity or terminal velocity equal to G, this is the gravitational acceleration, rho s minus rho w. Rho s is basically density of the soil suspension or soil solid, whatever you want to call it, and rho w is the density of water, and we have here square of the particle size d square upon 18 mu. Here is the formula. This is a settling or terminal velocity as per the Stokes law. I am putting a number of star on this one. Sometime numerical generally asked based on this formula. Okay. So if we talk about the values, what is small g? This is acceleration due to gravity, or you can call it the gravitational acceleration. Value you know very well, 9.81 meter per second square. So you can convert it into CGS unit. Rho s is the density of the soil, density of soil suspension. So generally in gram per cc we are considering it, and this rho w is rho W is density of water. Rho W is density of water. If we talk in CGS, this value is 1 gram per cc in CGS. I am talking about in CGS. Okay, and D is the particle size. Small d is the particle size. Small d is the particle size, and mu is the, this is dynamic viscosity. Mu is the dynamic viscosity. Dynamic viscosity, or you just simply wrote it viscosity. Okay. So pay attention with the units. So don't make any error with the unit, guys. Okay, so we can do one more thing here. See, if I take this density of water as common, what will happen? Pay attention. This terminal velocity equals to what? Rho W, I take it common. So here rho S upon rho W minus 1 d square as it is upon 18 mu. Pay attention, this is mu, not nu. Nu is the kinematic viscosity, this is the dynamic viscosity, and you will deal all the things in fluid mechanics. अगर तुम फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स पढ़ चुके हो, सो ये चीज़ों के बारे में तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए. अगर नहीं पढ़ा है सो वेट करो टिल वी स्टडी द फ्लूइड. So this Vs equal to, yes, this ratio is nothing but your specific gravity, and rho into g is what? Unit weight. So this is like this one, g minus 1 into unit weight of water square of the particle size upon 18 mu. So you will also get the formula like this one. Fine. This is the formula for the settling velocity. Important है. So write it twice and thrice in your copy, and definitely you will remember all the things. So if we talk about some figures, that is at 20 degrees Celsius, at 20 degrees Celsius, comma, dynamic viscosity of water, dynamic viscosity of water, dynamic viscosity of water, it is like 0.01 poise, 0.01 poise. I already told you guys, so please be updated with the units. If we talk in the CGS, then it would be the Pascal second. So in SI it would be the Pascal second, but in CGS it is the poise. So if we put the value of this dynamic viscosity of water, unit weight of water, we know very well, then settling velocity Vs, settling velocity equals to, in this formula it is equal to 0.9 times d square, 0.9 times d square. D is the particle size in mm, okay, and here V is the settling velocity. D is the particle size in mm, D is the particle size in mm. So अगर numerical आता है, so don't do mistake, the particle size in mm है, and this Vs is your terminal velocity or settling velocity in meter per second, in meter per second, in meter per second, in meter per second. Okay, so we can do the changes accordingly as per the units. So if we are talking about in CGS or in SI unit, suppose if the velocity requirement is in centimeter per second, definitely the values will little vary. So let me wrote that one also. If velocity is in centimeter per second. In that case, this terminal velocity equals to 90 into d square. Pay attention. So just read the question carefully. What the unit velocity, that is settling velocity or terminal velocity, they ask. So this is your terminal velocity in centimeter per second, and here is the size of particle in mm. Right? Suppose if we want this terminal velocity in mm per second, और करके लिख रहा हूँ, और this terminal velocity Vs equal to 900 into d square. We know very well in 1 centimeter we have the 10 mm. So just multiply this value by 10, you will get the velocity in mm per second. So here the velocity is in mm per second, and again this dia of particle or particle size is in mm. Fine. So I hope the things will be clear to you guys. These are the kind of the approximate values or approximate settling velocity as per the Stokes law. So here we have a question for a particle of diameter 75 micron. So I am writing the question, so let me write it. What is the question basically? So in question it is written as, for a particle of diameter 75 micron, for a particle of diameter 75 micron, size of particle is given to us 75 micron, comma, what will be the terminal velocity? 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 That is the question. And this is from your course, guys. This is not gate question basically. So solution, and the thing is that options are like this one. I am writing here options. 10 mm per second, 5 mm per second, these are options given to us. Third, 15 mm per second, and D, none. So hurry up guys, solve this question and tell me what is the answer. That is option A, B, C or D. Hurry up. So what will be the formula for terminal velocity? Vs equal to 900 into d square. As the velocity requirement is in mm per second, particle size we can convert it in mm. How? Because 75 micron, I already told to you 75 micron is nothing but 0.075 mm. So just do your calculation part and you are on the way. So 900 into what? 75 upon, can we write it 1000 into 75 upon what? 1000. यही हो गया, कैंसिल आउट कर दो, ये एक जीरो बच रहा है, and solve it, you will get the answer. I solved, so I will get the 5 mm per second. Just check it guys whether the calculation part is okay or not. The answer is option B. This will be your answer. So now you can see from very basic concept there was a numerical in the paper. So prepare well for this Stokes law formula. So that's why I already told to you. So write this formula twice or thrice in your paper and definitely you are able to remember the formula. Fine. Okay, so let's proceed further and let's discuss about the limitation of the Stokes law. What is the limitation in Stokes law? क्या क्या खामियां थी Stokes law की? ठीक है, चलिए. So let me rub this one. Next we have limitation of Stokes law, and I am putting number of star on this one. This is extremely important, very most important. So I put a number of star on this one. Limitation of Stokes law. First limitation, the particle assumed to be spherical. The particle assumed to be spherical, but clay and silt particles are not spherical, perfectly spherical. If we talk about the clay particles, they are fleck in nature, they are the needle shape. Then we wrote the settling formula, settling velocity formula, while we are considering the particle shape as a perfect sphere. That is not valid. So this is kind of your limitation, first one. So I am writing it, the particle is assumed to be spherical. The particle is assumed to be spherical. The particle is assumed to be spherical, but in actual, पार्टिकल इज अज्यूम टू बी स्फेरिकल, बट इन एक्चुअल, असलियत में हमारा पार्टिकल क्या है, फ्लैक इन नेचर है. बट इन एक्चुअल क्ले पार्टिकल्स आर, बट इन एक्चुअल क्ले पार्टिकल्स आर फ्लैकी इन नेचर. क्ले पार्टिकल्स आर फ्लैकी इन नेचर, फ्लैकी इन नेचर और नीडल शेप्ड. ठीक है, इस तरह से हम जनरली क्ले पार्टिकल को लेके चलते हैं, जिसके सरफेस के ऊपर हम चार्ज कंसीडर करते हैं, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव. ओके, दिस इज द फर्स्ट लिमिटेशन. एंड सेकंड, द मीडियम इज assumed to be infinite. Medium is assumed to be infinite, meaning to say that we are considering this spherical particle is settling with a greater velocity in the initial period due to the gravity. After that, the drag force came into the picture. What will happen? The velocity reduces, and finally we just reached at a stage when the velocity becomes constant. That velocity is termed as the terminal velocity. And that what basically the second limitation is the medium in which this particle is settling having infinite depth. That is practically impossible, कभी नहीं हो सकता है. ठीक है, if we consider a tank sedimentation jar, then definitely depth will be finite. Okay, so this is the second limitation. So let me write here, medium, that is depth of tank for settling, you can write it like this one. So medium is assumed to be infinite. Medium is assumed to be infinite. Medium is assumed to be infinite, meaning to say that the settling tank has infinite depth. Impossible. खुद सोचो, being a civil engineer, impossible. Settling depth for a particle, that is we are considering a tank having the infinite depth, impossible. ठीक है, so medium is assumed to be infinite, or even you can write in bracket that is depth of tank for settling. Medium is what? Depth of tank for settling. Okay, is assumed to be infinite, but in actual, so continue करेंगे, but in actual sedimentation jar, but in actual sedimentation jar has finite depth, but in actual sedimentation jar has finite depth, This is the second limitation. Okay, and let's proceed with the third limitation. So when sphere settles in the soil suspension, what it is assumed that the adjoining sphere are not disturbing, meaning to say that the disturbance created by the adjoining sphere for the settlement of sphere is not in the great aspect. So what I am saying basically, let me write here. In sedimentation analysis, this is the third limitation. In sedimentation analysis, in sedimentation analysis, comma, it is assumed that only one sphere settles. It is assumed that only one sphere settles, and there is no disturbance from other particles, and there is no disturbance from other particles, ठीक है, which is impossible, which is practically impossible. Which is practically impossible. Which is practically impossible. Okay. Next limitation, this Stokes law is valid for particle size in between 0.2 mm to 0.2 micron. So let's go with the fourth assumption. So write down, Stokes law is not valid for particles. Write down, Stokes law is not valid for particles having size more than important है, Stokes law is not valid for particle having size more than 0.2 mm and less than 0.2 micron, What it mean? For which particle range size this Stokes law is valid? So our particle size should be greater than 0.2 micron and it should be less than 0.2 mm. As we know very well, if the particle size is less than 0.2 micron, so we can't analyze this particle with the help of sedimentation analysis. Okay, or even you can write it like this, 0.0002 mm, इससे बड़ा होना चाहिए साइज, बट इट शुड बी लेस देन 0.2 mm. अगर पार्टिकल हमारा 0.2 माइक्रोन से छोटा होगा, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ द पार्टिकल साइज इज मोर देन 0.2 mm, then what will happen? Let's discuss. Okay, this is the range, remember this one. So I am writing it here, Stokes law is valid only for particles having size range. Okay, having size range. Fine. Okay, I think this is okay. So let's go with the explanation. What would happen if the particle size is more than 0.2 mm and what would happen if the particle size is less than 0.2 micron. So चलिए देखते हैं. So if the particle size is less than 0.2 micron, then what will happen? So think yourself guys, if the particle size is too less, then it might be possible the particle will not settle in a finite time. It may take infinite time for settling, that is some Brownian or zigzag kind of motion will be there, so that will not good for us. So let me write here, if this particle size, D stand for the particle size, if particle size is less than 0.2 micron, or you can write it 0.0002 mm. If particle size is less than 0.2 micron or 0.0002 mm, then what will happen? Then what would happen? Then Brownian motion or zigzag motion, whatever you want to call it, then Brownian motion, or let me write in bracket zigzag motion, then Brownian motion or zigzag motion, then Brownian motion or zigzag motion will set up and does not allow particle to settle, and does not allow particle to settle, and does not allow particle to settle. Okay guys, suppose if the particle size is less than 0.2 micron, what will happen? Like this one. This is your zigzag motion or Brownian motion. ठीक है. So this is the reason the particle size should not be less than 0.2 micron, that is 0.0002 mm. Okay, what would happen if the particle size is more than 0.2 mm? Let's see that one. So in next line, so please write, if size of particle, that is small d, is more than 0.2 mm, again your Stokes law is not valid, as the particle settles in the Stokes law, that is in sedimentation analysis under laminar condition. If the particle size is more than 0.2 mm, then turbulent condition will generate. Okay, so just write down, if the particle size is more than 0.2 mm, it will cause turbulent condition. Just remember this one. It will cause turbulent conditions. It will cause turbulent condition, and that is not acceptable in the Stokes law, that is in the sedimentation analysis. Okay, so this is all about the Stokes law, and next we will talk about the sedimentation, generally carried out by the two methods. So let me write, sedimentation is carried out in two stages. One is your pipette method and second one is your hydrometer method. Honestly speaking, hydrometer method is very most important, extremely important, and practically we are checking the specific gravity of the bentonite clay slurry which was placed in the borehole for the piling with the help of hydrometer. Okay, I will show you the figures of side also in which the hydrometer is used for checking the specific gravity of the bentonite clay slurry. Okay, so let me write next. The sedimentation is carried out by two methods. Sedimentation is carried out by two methods. ठीक है, हमारे पास दो मेथड्स हैं सेडिमेंटेशन एनालिसिस को कैरिड आउट करने के लिए, बाय टू मेथड्स. So we will discuss in detail method one by one. First one is your pipette method. Pipette method, yeah, pipette analysis you can write, and second one is your hydrometer method. Even I show you a figure of hydrometer, just same as we have the lactometer. I think अगर आपने कभी देखा होगा दूध की शुद्धता मापने वाला यंत्र lactometer, ठीक है, to check the purity of the milk, how pure is your milk, so we have a lactometer. So same we have hydrometer. Okay, so before conducting this pipette test or hydrometer test, we have to prepare the soil suspension. Okay, we have to prepare the soil suspension. That is the very most important thing, how to prepare the soil suspension. So I am writing here in both the methods. In both the methods, first we will prepare the soil suspension. In both the methods, comma, in both the methods, comma, preparation of soil suspension. I will explain you in detail what is the soil suspension. So for the time being, now just remember, preparation of soil suspension is being carried out, meaning to say that ये हाइड्रोमीटर टेस्ट या पीपी टेस्ट करने से पहले हमें सॉइल सस्पेंशन तैयार करना होता है, ठीक है, ये बोलने मतलब है. एंड आई विल टेल यू प्रैक्टिकली वेयर वी आर यूजिंग दिस हाइड्रोमीटर टेस्ट, although we are not using the pipette test. Basically hydrometer test we are using on site also, so I will share all the practical things with you guys so that you have the better understanding of the concept. Okay, and mostly the question came from this hydrometer test, so there are some correction on the hydrometer reading, so the correction will be positive, negative, what will the impact of temperature on that one. So questions generally asked in that way. Okay, or even see here, whether we will talk about the pipette method or hydrometer method, we have to make a soil suspension, we have to make a soil slurry, you can say it. So before making the soil suspension, we have to give treatment to the soil, this kind of pre-treatment. If the calcium is present in the soil, so we have to remove that one. So let's write that point also. And already asked in the examination, what is the pre-treatment of the soil, what is the meaning of the pre-treatment. So write down, before preparing the soil suspension बनाने से पहले, before preparing the soil suspension, if organic content is present in the soil, if calcium compound is present in the soil, we have to remove that one. अगर मिट्टी में कोई घास फूस प्रेजेंट है, कोई ऑर्गेनिक कंटेंट प्रेजेंट है, या उसमें हमें कुछ कैल्शियम की मात्रा दिख रही है, हमें वो चीज़ को बाहर निकालना पड़ेगा सॉइल सस्पेंशन बनाने से पहले, उसे ही बोला जाता है प्री ट्रीटमेंट. बिफोर प्रिपेयरिंग द सॉइल सस्पेंशन, ऑर्गेनिक मैटर एंड कैल्शियम कंपाउंड and calcium compound present in soil, are removed, उन्हें बाहर निकालना है, are removed. How can we remove the organic content and the calcium compound from the soil? This I will explain later. So first we will see the process of removing the organic content and the calcium compound from the soil mass is your pre-treatment of the soil. This is a question basically which was generally asked in your examination. So I am putting a number of star on this one. The process of removal of the process of removal of organic content and calcium compound, the process of removal of organic content and calcium compound from the soil is pre-treatment of the soil. From the soil is known as pre-treatment. कैपिटल्स में लिख रहा हूँ, इंपॉर्टेंट है. Pre-treatment of soil. Pre-treatment of soil. Pre-treatment of soil. So this is the question. Basically, what is meaning of the pre-treatment of the soil? The process of removal of organic content and calcium compound is your pre-treatment of soil. So how organic content and the calcium compound are removed from the soil, this I will tell you later. For time being now, so we have the limitation of time also. So आज का लेक्चर हम इधर ही एंड करते हैं. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर हम यहीं से कंटिन्यू करेंगे. How can we remove the organic content and calcium compound from the soil, that we will discuss, and how to prepare the soil suspension. After that we will go with the test, that is pipette method, and after that with the hydrometer test. So okay guys, keep preparing, all the best, and keep watching Your PD Education. Thank you very much.